You think if I just stay here, they won't ever see me again? I can just live out my life in this bush? I mean, hey there, folks. Rinimt here. And welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. I found myself parked in a nice little bush here in Gridania. In the last part, we finished off being an envoy. Now we have to head back to Lavender. But we've got some stuff to do first. Namely, we have some quests to finish up here in Gridania. And then we also need to go back to ul'dah because, well, we've got a level 20 pugilist quest available. Also, level 20 means we have access to some more guild tests. Yay! A little bit of experience. So, let's head over by the leather workers guild here and talk to Millicent. Not Maleficent, Millicent. What's all this about? When Hassan says he needs his break? The nerve of that sniveling little shite crying for relief at a time like this. Has he already forgotten how short-handed we are since that business with the XIV the other day? And sending the bloody unknown venturers to do his bleating, no less. That self-serving sod thinks only of his own woes, rubbing his sore soles while welcoming all manner of guilt-rubbing venturers from our holy, what useless bloody bull. Makes my blood boil, it does, but it's not you I should be giving a piece of my mind to. Well, you seem a decent enough sort, considering. Still, understand it is our duty to keep an eye on every stranger that passes through these parts. Anyway, I appreciate you lending an ear to my subordinate. Damn fool that he is. Go on, then. Stay out of trouble. What if I don't wanna? Maybe, what if trouble comes to me? Let's just take this way back to New Gridania. Hello, I see the children are back. Well, I don't know what sorcery you work, but the young ones are back, and I do believe we've reached an accommodation. It would seem I was stricter than I imagined, and loosening up a bit has made a great difference. This dance is for the Feast of the Harvest to give thanks to Nathaka and the Elementals. There must be no aggression in this dance, lest the matron be angered. It's very, very important. As you realize I haven't made the best first impression having you fetch my students for me. To make it up to you, will you let me show you the dance? Think of it as a kind of peace offering. Well, this is neat with the fireworks in the background. Why, you are a born dancer, dear lady. And so say we, and so say we. Come, sailor from the sea, to show the laddies how it's done. So say we, so say we. Swings the sax and says, remember, shiver, shiver, shiver from timbers. And so say we, so say we. Oh, gods, no! Master Bean, what have you done? You've brought a weapon to the secret dance. The matron, forgive us, we are surely doomed. Master Bean, you scared her off. We were having fun. Damn it, Master Bean, wasn't that a sailor song? How do you know it? Never mind how I know. More to the point, what kind of trouble, Mistress Yadiso? You did. She said you're supposed to be peaceful or the elements will be upset. You know how uptight she gets. And of course, for relationships never does run smoothly, child. You will all discover this in time. Okay. Sure. I must adjust my non-slip mat for the probably about 1,000 times since I got it. I've only had it for like 2 years. Not even. Oh, you've learned the emote harvest dance! Alright. Well, that's that part. So now we just need to head out. Central Shroud, Central Shroud. Alright, I can do that. I am going to take the 8th right there, because you might notice it's a little bit of a walk. A little bit. So, let's go ahead and head to Central Shroud. And get 2,800 experience for getting the map of Central Shroud. This is another reason I'm kind of thinking that I'm doing the side quest the way I am. Because the later I take to get the maps, the more experience I get. So what do we got here, quest-wise? There. Ugh, we've got... do we have a few more? Yeah, we've got like 2 more. We've also got the Lavender Beds quest. Cool. Which is the housing area for Gridania. No, something else took it. Alright, so we had to beat up on these 4 defenseless level 1 enemies. I'm sorry, new players. Other new players, I guess, more specifically. Also, we can also kind of try and show the fact we have 2 stacks now if we can get enough enemies to do so with. Oh my gosh. Oh, I have annoyed a level 12 enemy. It's okay though, we're 20. So yeah, these treant saplings are the turtles of Gridania. So, let's take care of these ladybugs. Let's say goodbye to my stacks. Goodbye. So yeah, these are typically called stacks. The grease lightning things. It's kind of just a thing that players have ended up calling them. And, oh, looks like we actually have a little botanist running around right there. Let's go ahead and head back on in to Gridania. Actually, no, let's not go back into Gridania because we do have those other quests to do here. So, let's go ahead and do that. Because, well... Oh, of course there's 2 quests here. You can only see 1 on the map. There's 2. Soldier at the Bannock wants you to track down some initiates who have failed to appear for training. Okay. Perfect timing. I was just looking for a likely last to track down some twin outer initiates. 3 of our newest recruits have failed to report for training, exhausted from a month of solid drills, I expect. Considering their current physical state, I rather doubt they've wandered far. Oh gods, please don't mention wild beasts or blood. They're fine, I'm certain of it. Seek out my wayward troops and tell them to report back to me on the double. Okay. Seeking a volunteer to gather materials used in the training of new recruits. This must be their training area. Oh, there, adventurer. If it is work you seek, then look no further. Instructor Mario Stella needs a volunteer to bring up some bog yards and shells for the recruits to practice on. You'll find Yarzans in the river south of here. Once you've pried the carapaces from 4 of the creatures, take them to the instructor. Okay. So we do have to find some initiates, just like this one. This is one of the ones, anyway. Can you not see I'm attempting to become one with nature? Leave me be, good madam. What? Sergeant Camazon sent you? Matron's teat. I better get back before she makes her boot one with my backside. Probably a good idea. So here's the bar garrisons. They are aggro enemies again because we are more than 10 levels above them. they will not aggro us. But we do need to still defeat them. So let's go ahead and do that. How many do we need? 4. If I remember right, I think... I'd have to check my hunting log, but I think there was an enemy in Shroud somewhere for the hunting log. Probably the last one we need too, honestly. Let's go logs, hunting log. And let's go to show incomplete. Okay, we do have... No, actually they are in standalone, aren't they? Show all. Thought I had seen one. That was not... Nope, they are all in Thanaland, so I will have to... I'll have to remember that and take care of this while... when I go back for, whatchamacallit. Because we should have already been able to start doing the next set by now. Because they do unlock every 10 levels up to level 50. After level 50, there aren't any because I think they realize they aren't actually that fun to do. Anyway, we've got another niche here. Such a soothing sound. One day I shall build a home by the river. Who are... Oh, you say the sergeant's looking for me? How long have I been here? What bell is it now? Stand aside, I must make haste. I must make haste by running right into the river. Alright, so we need to find one more. It's somewhere in this circle. Like, right there, actually. Just a few more moments, Mother. Huh? Sergeant Camazon? Oh, F droppings. It must be late to training. Okay. Well, we have a fate here. Let's go ahead and level sync, actually, and go ahead and join in. So why not? So we are back to our level skills we had at level 5. Because that is how it works. As you level sync, you go back to whatever skills you would have had at that point in particular. If I start... Yeah, I think I can go ahead and do this. So this doesn't look like it's going too badly, which means there's probably not too many people around right now in terms of doing these, because they do gain strength and get harder to do the more people that are around doing them. Just kind of a way to make sure, you know, more people are able to join in. So, we got some rewards, 560 experience. Again, this was like a level 5 one, so it's really not going to give much. But, there you go. I did a fate for you all. Have you come to train? No, I've come to give you your shells. Not a new recruit, then... Ah, the euros and shells. I ordered Marlin to requisition. Please learn to delegate authority if nothing else. Now that I have these carapaces, I can set my recruits some specialized drills. They are already adept at hitting a target, of course, but they need practical knowledge of exactly where a monster like the Yarzun is most vulnerable. Leave to your efforts, I have no doubt they will fare better against the creatures when called upon. You should be proud of yourself. Both they and the bag are safer for your help. So we can get some food. Neither of these are, like, really speaking to me. Like, it's all low-level food, so it's all not going to be super great. But the benefit of the food is that when you kill an enemy, it gives an experience bonus. So, and by experience bonus, I mean you get a 3% experience bonus. All food is 3%. And food will last 30 minutes, can be extended to 60 minutes by consuming multiple servings. There are buffs that you can use to get longer ones. I'm going to go ahead and just take the Gil here. And we'll get an achievement. So let's go ahead and turn in this other quest. Thank you, Arya. All the initiatives are now present and accounted for. It's always the same, you know. A handful of recruits invariably lose focus a short while after being assigned to the new unit. That first rush of tension and excitement wears off, and the strain from constant drills begins to show. Reprimanding them isn't always the best solution, though. I've their morale to think about, after all. Still, I might give them a quick blast for good measure. What can I say? This is one battle I'm not afraid to fight. Okay. If you say so. Alright, so there aren't going to be quests over there. That's actually a higher level area than we are currently able to want to do. So let's just continue heading down south. I see, that's where the people are, is up down there. Alright. So, go around this tree. I hate trying to take shortcuts into this area. It's just a pain because you have to deal with, like, trying to jump up these rocks and then trying to get in, and it's just like, just gonna go this way? It's just so much easier on my brain to go this way. So, we've got a blue quest here because this is the housing one, again, for the Gridania area. So it's going to be very similar to the one we did for the goblet, but let's go ahead and do it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but are you not an adventurer? I've seen you running to and fro, facing grim determination as adventurers are wont to do, hence my presumption. If so, I have information which might interest you. Rumor has it that plots within the Lavender beds are to be auctioned off. What's more, bidders need not even be Gridanian. Any old adventurer wandering minstrel could, with sufficient funds, purchase land and build their own home. Considering how discerning the elementals tend to be about who can and cannot reside within the Tollswood, it's rather surprising, if not hard to believe. But if there's truth to these rumors, well, who hasn't dreamed of owning their own forest cottage, perhaps with a small vegetable garden and a stable large enough for a chocobo or two? You know, should your travels take you to the mirror planks where the ferry to the Lavender beds is, perhaps you'll find a twin outer representative who can tell you more. I would be shocked if they weren't involved in such a monumental change of policy. Yep. And we've also got an Aether right here. Let's go ahead and use this. So another thing I actually realized I didn't do last time is I didn't use this wind-up airship that we picked up, which is another minion. This is what actually, I think, the first minion you normally get if you don't have all the bonuses and all that from subscribing and special editions and etc. Blah 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 blah. Anyways, an ul'dah merchant by the name of Chocobo seeks an adventurer to make some inquiries. Okay, I can do this. You there, adventurer. Yes, you will suffice. I have a job I need performed, and I'm willing to pay the going rate. Trifling task, really. I simply need you to ask the locals here at Bent Branch Meadows what the head wrangler covets most in all the world. This is a private matter, lest you doubt, so be sure to inquire discreetly. And please, for love of all, do not reveal that you are in my employ. In fact, it would be best if my name wasn't mentioned at all. Okay, if you insist, they'll probably figure it out. What does Keitha covet most? Why, would you wish to know something? Wait a minute, that ul'dah merchant put you up to this, didn't he? He's wasting his time with that approach. If the man is serious about owning a chocobo, he would be better served convincing Keitha of his intent to provide the bird with proper care and attention. Well, told you they'd figure it out. That did not take long at all. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy, who's probably also going to figure it out. Okay, camera. Thank you. Keitha, the only thing Keitha wants is for the Rose to be happy. She cares for anything besides the well-being of the chocobos, and I've not heard of it. Okay, maybe that one didn't figure it out. I guess because he's not, like, right next to the other NPC. Oh, there's our Chocobo Key, too. Need to make sure to go speak with them. But first, hello, Bernard. What's that about Miss Keitha? Doing that peddler's dirty work, are you? That half-wit thinks some shiny trinket will move her heart, and he's dafter than he looks. You fool can see Miss Keitha is only interested in her birds. Tell Chocobo for me that if he persists in harassing the head wrangler, the wood whalers remove him from Bent Branch Meadows for disturbing the peace. Got that? Loud and clear. Alright, so we still have to head down there. Yeah, we have... Okay. So, Fate. Since I haven't really talked about Fates much, there are 3 different kinds of Fates? 4? 4. There's item recovery Fates, where you have to pick up items around on the ground or from enemies. There are boss fates, which is like the one we just did, and like this one is on the map right now. There are just kill enemy fates, and there are escort fates. I really hate escort fates. They are insanely slow and just take forever to actually do. All of them are kind of meh for rewards, but especially at this point, like, so I will continue this after we finish this quest. Well, do you plan to keep me in suspense? I must have a chocobo for my very... What's this? They told you nothing of her material desires? Stubbornness of these Gridanians is infuriating, and I should have known better than hire a buffoon for such delicate work. To think of the amount of gil I have wasted on this fruitless venture. Oh, seize your muling. I promise you a reward, and a reward you shall have. Now leave me to my misfortune. So, let's go ahead and just take the gil. And there is another quest. But, yeah, so, where was I? Fates. And rewards. And after this quest. Extending fences. Which is used to procure fence building materials from diormites. Greetings, madam. You have the distinct air of an adventurer. Might I trouble you for some assistance? In recent days, a heartless cat has been sneaking into the ranch to scare our chocobos. Poor birds are in a state of constant unease, wondering when the next fright will come. It is my hope that extending the fencing will help to keep the intruder out. To that end, could I ask you to procure some strands of dynamite web? They make for surprisingly sturdy construction material. Should be able to obtain the web from the diormites themselves. There are usually a few to be found roaming around the lands around the ranch. 6 strands should be sufficient. Alright, and so that's actually right up here. So anyways, Fates, olden days. So yeah, when the game initially launched, Fates were actually one of the best ways to get experience. But this caused a double-edged sword, basically. With Fates being the best way to get experience, that meant everyone was doing them. And with everyone doing them, also these are can actually aggro me. Oops. I just realized that they're level 10. With everyone doing them, that meant there was just hordes and hordes of people in areas, and just it was a thing. And your other option was doing the dungeons to level, of course. But so when the first expansion Heavens were launched, they pretty much were like, okay, no, we cannot let this be. This Fates, people are getting way too much experience off these Fates. We need to adjust the experience elsewhere to get people to stop doing Fates. And then they basically smashed the experience you get from Fates right into the ground. So that's why in the Realm Reborn and Heavens Ward, actually, the experience from Fates is just now really, really bad. It gets a little better later on because they're like, okay, now no one's doing Fates. Can you please do some again? So now they'll do sometimes like events based around Fates. Like they even had those back then. It was, so imagine, you know, good experience plus events with tons of people. Yeah, I think you can all put 2 and 2 together here on how that went. It was pure lag, and I was also playing on excuse me, the PS3 back then, which was even laggier. I mean, I'm not saying my PC is great, but it's better than playing on the PS3. You can't even play on PS3 anymore, but completely upgrade to the PS4. Okay, that was too much talking, apparently. But yeah, so that's kind of what happened to Fates and why they're just so lackluster now. But there actually is an event going on until the next major update regarding Fates. As of when I'm recording this anyway, if you're watching this in the future long past that, well, you know. But yeah, there actually is a Fate. That's why there are a lot of people doing them. Why, if you look on the map, you won't see many around. Normally see a bunch around, but, you know, like this one just came up. This is just a kill one, and no one's gotten to it yet. But they will, and normally there'd be several up, and see, people are doing this one up here. It's level 43 one. So yeah, it was really bad the first night. It's getting better. There's still a lot of people doing them at this point, but anyway. You have returned. Tell me, were you able to procure the dynamite web I requested? Yup. Yes. These will do nicely. These are perfect for binding posts together. Were I still in Ishgard, I would have never entertained the notion of using such a bizarre material in this manner. Oh, did I not mention I was from Ishgard? Aye, well, Gridania is in actual fact my second home. My native land was once famous for its chocobo stables. No man in Eorzea could speak of the creatures without his thoughts turning naturally to Ishgard. Sadly, however, that time has passed. I left my homeland to accept employment here at the ranch, instructing others in the methods of chocobo husbandry. Yet I have found that it is often I who am the recipient of others' instruction, and on a great many matters. Truly, one can never know what life may hold in store. And because this is a lower level one, I'm just going to go ahead and take the money. So that finishes up things in this area. So let's continue our trek down south and head for those. Yeah, so like, yeah, Fates used to be an amazing experience, but they were really, really boring experience. I pretty much tried to avoid them until like the last possible second to getting to level 50, since that was the level cap at the time. And like, I just tried to do dungeons as much as I could. That was before they even like super buffed dungeons. Now dungeons give the bulk of your experience. Like, I'm already like 5 levels over where I should be in the story, but yeah. I'll be back in a minute. Actually, I need to go do something on my main character. I get back and a fate appears on my head. Anyway, let's talk to Finny. No goddamn adventurers desperate to stick her nose in everyone's business, is it? And seek out the groundskeeper of the Tamtara Deepcroft. You'll find him in a shack just outside the entrance, as the hermit is all too happy to live close to his work. When I last patrolled that area, I could hear him swearing inside the shack from the road. I know not what vexes the man, but I suspect he'll welcome your presence more than I. Okay, if you say so. Well, let's go ahead and head there then, I suppose. May as well, since our other quests are on the other side, so... Hello. This must be your shack. After a bit of work, are ya? I have a task what needs doing. Take these nimbly leaves and leave them on top of each barrow. You've doubtless seen the bones returned to life by, foul magic. Shambling around and harassing their surviving comrades. Hurts me soul to see it, adventure. I cannot abide such blasphemy. 'Tis me hope that these lilies soothe their spirits and help them return to the matron's bosom. See me when you finish. Alright. I guess we need to head over this way. Turns out it is very difficult to run through walls. Also, I have to watch it. These things can actually want to eat my face. Oh, I guess. Please. Yeah, that. And that's one. I don't see any undead. Then again, it is also not nighttime, so. That's 2. Good timing, Diorite. You didn't interest me. So if an enemy hits you while you're in the middle of an action, actually cancel it and you have to redo it because you are under attack. Final hit Kiss of Earth. Fine. Oh, looks like this last one is going to have a fight included. As you can tell by the purple glowy around it. Ow, just glow flies. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. Oh, goodness me. Now, these are like, whatever, you know? Alright. Place our last lily. At least it didn't yell at me because I was kind of going a little fast there. And that should do it with him. So apparently he couldn't be bothered to deal with some dynamite and do it himself. Or something like that. Who knows? Hello. You've done holy work this morning, lass. I cannot fathom what could drive the dead to rise up and seek to do us harm, but I pray that this helps put an end to it. May the matron watch over and keep you safe. So, as per usual, we'll want to grab the money at this point because, well, nothing better. So, let's go ahead and head back over to the other quest area. Nope, never mind. We have another quest from this NPC. Hello, Phinia. Are you like, ugh, they're still grumbling and grumbling. Oh, slug problem. You must be desperate for work indeed if you would speak with me a second time. Either that, or you never learned to leave well enough alone. It's honestly that. If you're so bloody eager, then here's another job for you. Head on over to the hedge tree and clear out some nests of saffragaceous slugs. I give up trying to say it. All you need to do is sprinkle some of the flat ale on the ground where you find the moist depressions. You should soon be up to your armpits in slugs. That's a lot of slugs. I mean, I'm just like the small size of a raw, but like overall it's not exactly super short. I mean, it is kind of short. Don't let any of the buggers slither away. Make sure you find and clear all three nests. Like, okay, so Ara is like, you know, one of the shorter races, but still. And I am the shortest height of the shortest race. But still. Seriously? I have to go... It's all the way down there. Yeah, like I am the shortest height. One of the shorter races. I'm not the shortest race. That honor belongs to Lillifels. But still, that is a lot of slug. Okay, never mind. They do go up to my armpits. I take it everything I was just saying back. These are giant slugs. What the heck? Literally giant slugs. Oh my gosh. Okay, I take back literally everything. I am up to my armpits. Fine. You win on this one game. You win. Let's get rid of these some more giant slugs. I'd rather be slaying shrews, but you know, don't always get what you want. I'm doing very good about twin snakes again, I see. Alright, one more batch. One more. Giant slug. Give me back my shrew. But that's why I'm doing so bad about twin snakes. Has to be it. No other explanation. And well, guess I'll be back to Phinia. Yay! Judging by the looks of you, no slug escaped unharmed. I don't suppose you have the faintest notion what the Tamtar Deep Croft is, do you? It's the final resting place of those who perished during the calamity. The slugs you so handily dispatched were feeding on the flowers we had laid there in remembrance of the fallen. The monsters multiply and food grows scarce. Perhaps there was naught else for them to feed on, but to see those reefs disturbed thus was more than I could bear. And now I've said too much. Here, take your reward and leave me be. Well, I will take the money. Thank you. So, continuing on. So, one of the unfortunate things about the fact, you know, my level has gotten to the point it is My gear is falling behind of where it should be for this level, but on the other hand, I am finding stuff that's proper for this level, and there's actually 2 quests here, and let's do the housing one. Good morrow to you, miss. What can you wish to know about the auctions? Very well, allow me to explain. There's a growing concern that our immigration policies may have been a tad restrictive in the past. And so the Seat Council and the Order of the Twin Adders have, with the blessing of the elementals, decreed that the Lavender beds be set aside for adventurers. Adventurers who possess the necessary funds to purchase and maintain their estates, that is. Should you be look upon the beds with your own eyes, though, I think you'll agree that it's well worth the price. Have a word with the skipper over yonder and she'll ferry you across. A recruit stationed at the pier can tell you more about the beds once you've arrived. Alright. And again, this is, just your housing one for here. We still have to find the one for specifically Limsa, but we'll get there. Okay. So welcome to the Lavender Gardens game. Thank you for letting me move. What the heck was that? Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Lavender Beds Gardens. Oh, you come at the behest of a Gordonian woman. I regret to inform you that these plots are reserved for adventurers. Your friend will not be permitted to take part in the auctions. You, on the other hand, would be more than welcome to participate. Should you have a mind to purchase a plot for yourself, pray speak with the resident caretaker. He can guide you through the process. So, yeah, housing is still extremely scarce, and especially right now, you're just not going to find a house. Especially because they're just not getting rid of them while this whole pandemic thing is going on, and Anyway, I do believe we have a couple of quests right here from Walfioff and Birth. Alright. Oh, perfect. You're just in time to help deliver some goods that arrived not moments ago. Allow me to double check my manifest. Now, listen carefully. Take the suit of plate mail to Darenmer. It's the guard you see right over there. The moon toy beans belong to Kylie and the smoked crayfish boss, my friend Birth here. That's it for this load. Strapping adventurer like you should barely work up a sweat. Am I right? The cargo you're looking for hasn't moved since they unloaded it at the end of the pier. Much obliged. Well, I wasn't all the way down that way, I guess. But let's at least grab it while we're here. Pick up that. Pick up that. And pick up the last item. And they're all literally right here. Or are they all literally right here? Yes, they are. It looks like. Oh, the one's right there. 2, 3. No, this won't do it all. I'm sure I heard Walfioff mention the shipment had another one. Oh, I thank you very much. It would have been a short afternoon of fishing if this bait hadn't arrived. Speaking of fishing, you seem a capable sort. Do you mind running over to the lily stone and retrieving my favorite fishing rod for me? I was happily dropping a line into the water, you see, when suddenly I noticed some ghostly sphere of fire bearing down upon me from behind. In a blind panic, I twisted around and flung my rod at the apparition before fleeing back here to the planks. I dimly remember the rod passing straight through those unnatural flames and hitting the side of the tent I set for afternoon naps. Probably still there, but I can't bring myself to. You go on my side? Oh, thank you. Fine. Should be here by now. Here. Are these the Montoy beans? Praise the matron. It's my job to pick up the provisions from the pier and deliver them to the settlements in the area, but I couldn't leave without the beans. They were on the pier, buddy. Now I can finish loading up my cart and be on the way. Thank you for your help. No. problem. Let us go back here again. Talk to you. Yes, I have something for you. What is... Ah, my new playmail. Oh, the wood whaler... What would a wood whaler want with metal armor, you ask? Well, let's just say that after a number of engagements with Garling and heavy infantry, my mind has been open to the protection such steel encasements can provide. Alright. Let's finish it up, then go get the fishing rod. Well done then. Excellent work. Swift and sure. Adventurers are sure such handy individuals to have around. Yeah. Use and abuse us. If we leave cargo piled up on the pier, the next crew has no room to unload their shipment. You see, it can be backbreaking work, but someone has to do it. Yeah, whoever you can con into it. Can I interest you in another job? This one will ask a little more of your skills, I promise. What I need is for you to swat some of those hornet swarms you see buzzing around the players and collect their husks. About 4 bags worth should be enough. What am I going to do with a pile of dead Valken? Well, the sooner you give them to me, the sooner you'll find out. Fine. Well, we have to go down this way anyway. There's some more giant slugs. Not as giant, though. Only up to my waist. Not my armpits this time. I can deal with. As I continue to forget about using Twin Snake. Alright, yeah, it looks like there are some down here. And we've got some buzzards that are probably about to smack me. Unfortunately, it tried to hit me first before I hit it, so my little race to hit it first was unsuccessful. Okay. Are any more down here? No, I'm gonna be on the way back. That's fine, honestly, since, you know, we do have to go back. And those are gonna respawn, conveniently. And this must be their little campground. Seriously, it's just birds around here. Birds that I'm not quite high enough level to not aggro. Let's see if I can get this fishing rod, though, without getting any other friends. Now that I've done that, let's get out of here without getting any other friends. Yeah, it should be easy. They're all the way over there. We're fine. We're fine. And hopefully we can find some hornets on our way. We can. Just wait. Right there. Hello. Take care of you, then go turn these in, then I think we can head back, and then we're... Oh yeah, we still have to go into Limsa again and do that. Nope, we're not quite done yet, actually. Yeah, the house? Good, good. Hand them over then. Here you go. Ah, these are perfect. Hope they didn't sting you too terribly. Now all we do is take some bottles of liquor and squeeze these views inside like so, and there we have it. A fresh batch of my special sting brew. The branches of Bent Branch Meadows put in an order of a bottle quite some time ago, but gathering those husks is always such a chore. Speaking of chores, would you mind taking this to them as soon as you're able? The last year after goes by the name of Mark Walt. Give her the sting brew along with my regards. Oh, and I apologize for the delay. Would you? Did you find my fishing rod? Yes, I did. Yes, this is it. Thank Nathaka you came along. I just can't fish with anything else. The battle cannon and such around here pose no threat to me, but those flames, I've never seen the like. I wonder if I will ever build up the courage to fish at Lilystone again. Just take the money, and I think I can now head back to the Bent Branch Meadows. That is a resounding yes, we can. Yeah, sure. Use the aetherite ticket. What do I care? Good to see you again, friend. Did you learn anything about the Lavender beds? Oh, ventures only, is that so? Well, these are trying times. It's more important than ever for Britannia to attract capable individuals like yourself. I'm sure that one day my dreams will come to fruition. One day I'll have my own cottage and stables filled with my beloved chocobos. So with that, we can now teleport to the residential district via the Gridania and the Aetherites. Which leaves us with one more quest out here, then head into Gridania and then head off to ul'dah to do the Pugilist quest. I am progressing the story this part, dang it. Yes, I might mark well. How might I... Ah, the Sting Brew at last. I'm aware of what I'm seeing to actually acquire this, and I am most grateful to you. Few folk are willing to run towards this form of wrathful hornets. Ordinarily, this liquor is drunk for the unique and not altogether unpleasant sting of sensation it causes on one's tongues. It is, however, also an indispensable tool in repelling insects. We sprinkle it all over the field where the Gisal greens are planted. Thanks to you, the crops will be untouched by pests this year. I hope one of our well-fed chocobos can return the favor by serving you as a mount someday. Probably. Alright, I think we can officially head back into Gridania. Sweet. Let's go into Gridania. Yeah, sure. Because I don't feel like walking. And like this, that looks like a regular quest, the Conjurer quest there on the map. This quest over it. Ah, you're back. Have you procured the scarlet oil as I requested? Yeah. Yes, everything appears to be in order. The ceremony may proceed as planned. I'm grateful to the elementals for delivering you to us. Pray accept the small token of our appreciation. Okay, I'm just gonna take the money. Thank you. Alright, so that leaves us with having to go to the Lancers Guild. Hello, I'm back. Squirrels were dealt with then. Very good. I'm pleased to see you have proven yourself useful. What's that? You wonder what happens to adventurers who fail to complete such trifling tasks? Why, such sluggards soon find there is no place for them within the city. And where do they end up after leaving Gridania? Well, you shall hear the truth of that before long. Jeez. Being ominous here. But I think with that, we are done in Gridania for now. Woohoo! Let's go back to ul'dah, and I can just use return, because I still haven't changed my home point. And I guess I'll be at the Pugilist Guild. Hamon is in dire need of cheering up. Oh, it's you, Ari. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything to teach you, if I ever did at all. You're far better off training under Choo-Choo, though. You'll find her over yonder. Just leave me be. I was so hopeful that seeing you improve in leaps and bounds would spur Master Hamon out of his doldrums. It seems more must be done. Perhaps the end result is not so important as the manner in which you get there. In other words, if you were to train precisely as Master Hamon once did, overcome the self-same challenge that he did in his youth, I dare say it would stoke the fires of his fighting spirit. Listen well, Arya. Master once told me that he used to refine his combinations by provoking deadly creatures and then unleashing their fury upon him. For this purpose, he often went to the southern part of Drybone to fight the hornet clouds there. To this day, the tree trunk that he struck to stir the Valken from their hives bear the mark of his fist. I want you to seek out these trees and do as Master Hamon was to strike them with a good boot shine combo and fight the hornet clouds of the merge. Once you have felled enough of the creatures to collect 3 other stingers, return here and present them to Master Hamon. They will remind him of better days, I'm sure of it. Alright, so... Oh. This is an area we have not actually been to yet because... we haven't been sent there yet, so let's go ahead and head over there. So you might remember this area with the toxic toads and stuff. Well, I'm heading just beyond that. And that is how we are going to get to Eastern Thanalan, which is our destination. And a new place for us, actually, since, well, you know, we're a little bit ahead of the main story right now. 2,830 experience. So, let's go ahead. And you'll see all the stuff here is like level 15 to kind of give you an idea of probably when they kind of expect you to be here. I probably shouldn't get near those because if they hit me, that's gonna hurt. So first things first, for now, I am going to ignore the side quests here until we're actually sent to this area. Or until we're, like, properly at this level of quest in the main story at any rate. Because... yeah, but... I'm at least going to go ahead and pick up the Aether. I also wait on doing the unlocking leaf quest here. So, we want to go back up this ramp that I conveniently jumped off. This place is pretty infamous for pretty much everyone hating trying to get out of it on foot. It's annoying because there's like so many paths and they twist and turn and it's confusing, to say the least. So let's head for our quest over here. And to get this done, at the very least, this will give a better weapon and a piece of gear. So that's something, I suppose. Yep. So these are by sound, I guess, because I was definitely not in sight of seeing this thing seeing me. Yes, twin snakes again. I forgot. And alright, so first tree. Oh, I have a few friends, it appears. Fortunately, I'm going to have to deal with them one by one. However, we do have bloodbath, so that will help. Let's take care of these. Not too horribly. Plus the fact, you know, they are level 15, so it really isn't that bad to deal with. That's one. Come on. Thank you. Oh, there's a little campsite right here. Smack this one. Oh, these ones. Oh, there's another enemy that appears to have appeared. Thought we were just going for the bees, and then suddenly it's like, okay, so there is a death-like enemy here. Two. Let's find the third one. It's back over there. Hello, I have made a new friend. His name is Dusty Mongrel. I am not very good friends with him, actually, if I'm honest. So let's get rid of him. Let's no longer be friends. We have a fate here. I'm not going to bother. There's a group of people doing the current event that I was mentioning previously. Currently busy doing it. I should maybe think about trying to heal a little bit. So if I do get too close, the fate enemies will, you know, want to try and hit me since I'm with that point. I do need to get out of the area though so I can actually see my quest again because it is making it so I cannot see my quest. Alright, we need to go back to... Guess I could have used that too. Back to the Pugilist Guild. This. I'm back. What is it now? Can't you leave the feeble old man in peace? Balls, these are hornet stingers. You trained as I once did out in Drybone? Heh, those hornet clouds were pesky buggers. I fair lost count of the times they stung me, though I remember the places well enough. The pain was nigh unbearable, but I always stood my ground. Ah, the memories of my younger days come flooding back. What I want give to relive them. Arya, I want you to fight me right here, right now. Make me remember what it's like to be young again, to have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Okay, so we have a solo instance. Let's do it. Very not. Here I come. And we feel good, Arya. Ugh, that'll leave a bruise. Yes, it's starting to come back to me! You won't have it so easy this round, Arya. So I just saw something. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, things did seem kind of quiet. Oh, I apologize. I just have to do a little bit of audio editing there. Can't barely watch. There's no stopping the holy fist. I missed that line. Have you no respect for the elderly? Yes, yes, my strength returns! Come on, let's go at one more round! Again? Get ready to feel the power of Hamon! Holy fist! Okay, alright, I'm just getting started! But are you? Are you really? You have a lot of HP for a level 8, buddy. Just saying, if I took this many hits at level 8, I would have died more. You give me more. I would have died already, buddy. I feel so alive. We're only getting him up to level 8. Oh, he leveled up again. Now he's level 12. Woohoo! Ha ha ha! Gods, I haven't felt this invigorated since forever. When I'm fighting you, it's as though I'm fighting my younger self. Mayhap there's still hope for these old bones. I'll make my comeback yet. See if I don't. What are you doing, old man? Learning how to walk? You're Wegfar White Axe. Ain't none called me that in ages. Not since the day you defeated me on the blood sands. Give a prize fighting for the humiliation, but it weren't long till I found the place in the Alacron. Your boy Barukuda works for me now. Imagine me surprised when I learned he used to train under the mighty Holy Fist. But Holy Fist ain't nothing but a name these days, so I'm told. How do you sleep at night knowing how flaccid you've become? Of course, if you're having trouble nodding off, you could always try a whiff of somnus. I'll even give you a complimentary sample. Like as not, a diurnal sort like you won't ever wake again. Shut your mouth, Wegfar, or I'll shut it for you. Now, let's be civilized for a moment, eh? We're all friends, after all, and friends help each other out. You mentioned making a comeback just now. If you're serious about it, I'd be glad to lend a helping hand. By way of motivating you, how's about we have us a rematch? Of course, it'd take place in public, just like old times. Oh, and there should be a fitting purse as well. Let's say the winner gets the pugilist skill. What? That's ridiculous! Master, you're not obligated to take him up on this. This must be your little nursemaid. Rest assured, after I've taken over the guild, I'll keep her on as my personal assistant. Do you really mean to fight them? Have no fear, Chocobo. Master. Arya, I don't mean to put undue pressure on you, but the fate to kill rests upon your shoulders. I don't believe this. Listen to me, Chocobo. You know I can do this. I just need Arya to keep getting stronger, as she's been doing so far. Arya reminds me of who I used to be. I'm confident I can be that man again. Hello. If you're feeling apprehensive about this rematch business, I don't blame you. I'm not blind to reality. If I were to face Wagfar as I am now, I'd be down for the count in a matter of heartbeats, if not lying dead in the pool of my own blood. Bring him out of the water. I'm determined to win, and I can with your help. Your presence sets my fighting spirit to rage, Arya. So keep at your training. I promise to do the same. When you've grown stronger, return here, and we'll both continue our lessons. Oh man, I can get better gear! I want to take the body piece, but... let's go with the feet. How much? I just need to check what I'm have on. I think it's all level 12 except the body. Oh no, the hands are 11 actually. So let's go with the hands. So the next one should be level 25. So let's go ahead and upgrade the equipment. And I said I'm continuing to story this part. Let's go to Lamenta. I was gonna do something else, but I'll do that next part. I guess we'll have load. I'm gonna go refill on some water. Holy heck. Alright. Hello, Baderon. Welcome to Drilling Wind. Sit wherever you like us. I'll be right with you now. Oh, I am Baderon. Alright, who's asking? Ah, Erdis have got a job for a capable adventurer, you say? Well, you're bloody right. Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the Finnar. Things are liable to get downright bleeding hairy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in on the details. Alright, so now we can go ahead and grab a thing. So, these are all job specific, unfortunately. But we already have the armor piece, so we are grabbing the gill again. And now we're level 21. You know. Seriously? It's probably pirates. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it, some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Sestasha Sea Grot, and I need a trustworthy sort to head up north to Aleport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Doesn't sound like much, I know. But it weren't so long ago that as the Fishback's pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit and folk are feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Baderon, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself, to what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from my recent reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the course of Aleport in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers completed a routine patrol of the region, the Sestasha Sea Grot included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of corals had taken up residence in the cave, nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Sestasha again. But with the Sahagin testing out our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched thin as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Stasha is located in Western La Noscea. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult the ul'dah, which can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. You are the man. Good luck to you, lass. So, I see the other quests here. And I'm gonna wait to grab these. I'll come back for them, honestly. Where are we going? Fisherman's Guild? Yeah, so it's gonna be better for me to take the Aft Castle Warp over the Fisherman's Guild. And go that way. And right there. And hello. You're here about Commodore Brainer's investigation? Then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Aleport. Once you arrive in Western La Noscea, though, you best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you plunder into Stasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with the skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Sea Grot. The hall is on the way to Stasha, just north of Aleport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. Alright, let's take the ferry over to Aleport. Yes. Thank you. How much experience did we get this time? 3,195. Okay, and we have quests here. Shocking. And there is actually 2 little sections to this area. And there are the leaves of Aleport. So, let's go ahead. Well, first off, get the Chocobo Key because it's right here. Get that route open. We'll worry about some of these other quests in a bit. I honestly have a goal. I'm trying to get to this dungeon. But then I forgot that the novice part was added because that's actually new since I did this 7 years ago, shockingly, that they didn't have all the novice stuff back then. Whatever it was, 6-7 years ago. So, let's go ahead and do that. This is gonna be another long video. I apologize. I have this goal in mind, and I've already had to cut out one thing I wanted to do from it. Hello. You must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jacket sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of the Stasha Sea Grot. Documents of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. And you shall need the training we here the Hall of the Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing your missions. We've already done Guildhouse, so it's like, it's a little weird. The smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him, and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. When we have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more, or to report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of Stasha Sea Grot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. So, thankfully we don't actually have to go in. I probably will eventually, after I chat with this guy. It's my duty to instruct fledgling adventurers in the fundamentals of party combat, and you, my friend, are exactly the kind of strapping young hero for whom I have been waiting. Convey your interest to the smith over yonder, and we can begin your training immediately. Fine. Be that way. I am gonna go up to Stasha, because that was literally my goal in this video, and that's why I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a longer video again. But, well, nature of the beast, I suppose. Lots of people out here. Lots of NPCs, that is. Oh, there's Smith right here anyway. Please, tell me you're here on the Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting you are. Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra? We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. When we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but that this lot belongs to those fishbacks fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spawn any blue face tattoos. Use the duty finder to enter Sastasha. So, we now have our first dungeon! Yay! Finally. And they're giving us information on instant raids. What? Let's not even think about raids yet, okay? So, I'm gonna head back to the Hall of Novice, and I guess next time we'll go ahead and do that, do our level 20 leave quest, and also go ahead and do Sastasha. And I guess after that, then work on Airport. We kind of like just barely smudged in story here. But yeah, so I think that is the plan for next time. So thank you so much for watching. Enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, and or subscribe if you really enjoyed it. Consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps her keep being content like this. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out.